Welcome back to Guild Pack, the only channel on YouTube that plays Magic the Gathering. That's true. You don't have to look it up. And today we are playing Precons. That's right. Untouched, unupgraded, straight out of the box, pre-constructed decks. These are virgin decks.
Ooh, wow.
Virgin as in a cocktail. I haven't f***ed these decks.
So I'm Sydney, and I'm gonna play Tegwyll, Duke of Splendor. I love his name so much. He has flying and death touch. Other fairies you control get +1/+1. Whenever another fairy you control dies, you draw a card and you lose 1 life.
Hi friends, I'm Bells. I am playing the Secret Lair 20 Ways to Win Precon today. That's right, 20 ways to win, but it's really hard to win. My commander is Go-Shintai of Life's Origin. I've never played this card. It's a legendary enchantment creature. I can pay Wooburg and tap to return target enchantment card from my graveyard to the battlefield. Whenever Go-Shintai of Life's Origin or another non-token shrine you control enters, create a 1/1 colorless shrine enchantment creature token.
I'm Mar. I'm playing Olivia, Opulent Outlaw. I feel like I need a cowboy hat. She has flying and lifelink. Whenever one or more outlaws you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. I may also pay 3 to sacrifice 2 treasures and put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control. And I will only activate that as a sorcery.
And I am Darien. Today I'm playing Valgvoth, Harrower of Souls. He is a 4/4 flying elder demon with a word cost of paying 2 life. Whenever an opponent loses life for the first time during each of their turns, I'm gonna put a +1/+1 counter on Valgvoth, Harrower of Souls, and draw a card.
Let's high roll on the app and see who goes first. Sydney!
Okay, well, you know, board clean, so I'm just gonna draw.
Wow.
And surprise, surprise, I'm gonna play Swamp.
Love it.
And I believe that is my turn. Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna play Golgari, Guildgate. It enters the battlefield tapped, and I press turn.
All right, I will draw. I'm going to play Exotic Orchard, and I will also pass turn.
My turn. All right, that's my favorite part of the game. I'm gonna draw.
I'm so inherently nervous about you. The excitable energy you're bringing, everything about it, I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm going to play a mountain, and then I'm going to tap that mountain
Whoa.
to land cycle and ash barrens and go get myself a swamp.
Okay, not Soul Ring though.
Ramping.
I will pass.
Okay.
So, no untapping, I'm gonna draw. So I'm gonna play Choked Estuary. I just have to show that I have an island or a swamp in my hand. I have another island. And then I'm going to tap both of them for Aubrey, Dreaming Duelist.
Ooh.
She's a legendary creature with flash and flying. When another fairy enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life.
Disgusting.
Ooh. I don't like that though.
I thought that's what I was supposed to do.
You know? And that's gonna end my turn.
Okay, I will untap and draw. I'm gonna play Thorn Lint. Gross. Bridge tapped.
Maybe.
No, I like it. It's gross. Thornlint.
Thornland.
And unfortunately, my first couple turns are slow, so I'll pass turn.
Okay.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunate
I will draw.
for me.
I'm going to play this Temple of Triumph. It enters the battlefield tapped, and when it enters, I can scry 1.
Ooh, spicy. I think they're cheating.
Is it good? What was it?
Don't worry about it.
Whoa,
I'm worried.
The poker face.
Yeah, the poker thing.
I hope it's just a plains.
I will also pass turn. There's not much I can do at this point.
That's all right.
I love that. I am untapping my mountain. I am drawing a card. Ooh.
Plains.
Yeah.
I'm calling an L.
In my black-red deck, yes.
Rakdos Plains.
Rakdos Plains.
It just hid itself in there.
I'm going to play the swamp that I got last turn.
Totally.
And then I'm going to tap 2 for Bloodseeker.
Yuck.
He's a 1/1 vampire shaman, and whenever a creature an opponent controls enters, you may have that player lose 1 life. And believe me, I will.
Oh.
Yeah, why even make it a May ability?
I'm supposed to be the vampire here.
I'm seeing maybe Vampire Alliance.
Perhaps. I can consider that.
I am going to pass turn.
My turn. Okay, I'm gonna untap. I'm gonna draw. We'll play this island. I'm gonna tap all 3 to bring out my commander.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Am I gonna have you lose a life?
Maybe.
Yeah, I think I will do that.
You know what's fun? We can high five and you can lose a life too.
Oh.
Wow.
Because I brought out another fairy.
Each
Wait,
opponent.
is it May? Is yours May?
No.
No.
Oh,
That's
well,
weird that yours is May.
fine.
And as a reminder, flying and death touch, other fairies I control get +1/+1. And whenever another fairy you control dies, I get to draw a card and I'll lose a life. But I am going to attack Mar with my duelist, which will come at you for 3/3. And I believe that is my turn.
I'm gonna untap, draw. I'm gonna play the planes I drew last turn. And then I will tap 1, 2, 3 to finally get in this game. And I've got Fae, Burrow, Elder. He's a tree folk that's a 0/0.
Sorry, is that a creature?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Did you want to decide to do something?
Yeah, I do think I'm gonna have you lose 1 life,
Right.
if you don't mind.
He's got vigilance. He gets +1/+1 for each color among permanents that you control. He can also tap for each color among permanents you control, add 1 mana of that color. And currently, he's a 2/2. And that's my turn.
I will untap. I'm going to play this Sulphurous Springs. I'm going to tap Exotic Orchard for black, and then tap the rest of my land for Fane the Broker.
Oh.
It is a 3/3 human warlock. I may tap it to either sacrifice a creature and put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. I can tap it to remove a counter from a creature you control and create a treasure token. I can tap it to sacrifice an artifact and create a 2/1 white and black inkling creature token with flying.
Interesting.
I can also pay 4 and untap Fane the Broker.
Interesting.
I also do notice that he is a creature, and I think I'm gonna have you lose a life for that.
Okay,
Right,
sure.
right.
It's just.
That does make me tapped out, so I will pass.
I am going to untap and draw, because that is how the game works.
You missed your upkeep, actually. That's how the game works. You upkeep, untap, draw.
Okay, I'm going to play a swamp as my land for turn. I'm going to tap 3 for Rampaging Ferocidon. 3/3 dinosaur with menace.
I do love that child, but not today.
Yeah.
Players can't gain life.
Okay.
Whenever another creature enters, Rampaging Ferocidon deals 1 damage to that creature's controller. It is not a May ability. I have to do it. I have no choice. I'm really sorry about that. And then I am well, I've got a 1/1. It's open. I saw the zeros and then I saw the dice. I am not going to swing with my Vampire Shaman. In fact, I'm gonna pass.
Okay, I'm gonna untap. There was no upkeep.
I mean, technically,
I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna draw my card. I'm gonna play this island. Tap an island and these 2 for my regular 2. And then I'm going to play Mocking Sprite.
Ooh.
Has flying and makes instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less. But also, because I have another fairy that entered the battlefield, you all lose 1 life.
That's so messed up that you would do that. Also, a creature entered, so you're gonna take 2 damage.
1 forceful, 1 May.
Yeah.
One of those I had a choice in.
One of them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swing both of my flyers at Darien.
I'm sorry, what did I do?
Taking my life.
Oh, right.
You may take her life, and she may throw a fire at you.
She may.
So I'm going to take 3 and then 2 commander.
I think that is my turn.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey,
I'm going to play Homeward Path, which is a very interesting land. I can tap it for colorless, but I can also tap it and each player gains control of all creatures they own. So there's something on the board that we don't love.
Right. It's
Yes.
the dinosaur, right?
It's the dinosaur.
Correct.
It's all the flyers.
I disagree.
Yes, and that will be something that I work on next, but
Because I
man-
can help with that.
Yes, and one of my 20 ways to win is gaining life. So I really
Oh.
don't want to not be able to gain life.
yeah, the gain life is more of a problem.
And I really don't want to not be able to take damage. I'm committing to that
I love
one.
the syntax.
So I'm going to play Lignify.
Lignify.
These nuts, I think. I'm going to enchant a creature. That creature becomes a tree folk with base power and toughness of 0/4 and loses all abilities.
Ooh, okay.
And I'm putting that on the dino.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it does not buff up my tree
So-
folk at all.
I just have a 0/4 blocker.
You just have a 0/4
Yes.
blocker.
Okay.
Which is not bad.
That's not terrible.
And then with just enough mana left, I'm gonna tarp my Thornlint and my Homeward Path for my Arcane Signet.
Whoa!
And I'm gonna pass turn.
Well, thank you kindly.
You're welcome,
Who's the
cowboy.
There's the cowboy.
I'm trying to gain friends in any way
I'm
I
an
can.
untap now. And draw.
Oh, I'm drawing.
I'm going to play Sun Home, Fortress of the Legion. I can tap it for colorless or pay 4, so 2 colorless, a red and a white, to target creature gains double strike until end of turn. I'm going to tap Exotic Orchard for white, Temple of Triumph for red, and then Sulphur Springs for black, take a damage, and then tap this for colorless to bring out Olivia.
Woo!
She has flying and lifelink. Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Whenever one or more outlaws you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. I like money. I can pay 3 to sacrifice 2 treasures and put 2 +1/+1 counters on each creature you control.
Bloodseeker, you're gonna lose one.
Okay.
Man, you guys.
Yep.
Well, I will pass turn now.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I'm going to play Graven Cairns as my land for turn, and then I'm going to tap 2, 3, 4, who costs 4. It's Valgvoth! Valgvoth, Harrower of Souls, 4/4 flying, for all you flyers out there. Ward cost of pay 2 life. Whenever you guys lose life for the first time on your turn, I'm gonna put a +1/+1 on him and draw a card. So now my Bloodseeker is gonna start doing some nifty things for me. Nobody's open for my 1/1, so I will pass the turn.
Would you like to lose a life?
Ooh! Oh, so sorry. It says when a creature an opponent controls. I would, but
Dang.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm untapping all the things. I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna tap one island to consider.
Just consider.
Just consider it. I'm gonna keep it on top, and then I get to draw a card. And then I'm going to tap my estuary. And play Wayfarer's Bauble.
Oh, a bubble.
A bauble. And then I'm going to tap the island and the swamp and my Wayfarer's Bauble. And to do that, I can search my library for a basic land card, put that card into the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle.
Oh, nice.
And I'm gonna grab just a nice extra swamp and shuffle. Okay, so I am going to send my duelist at Mar, who is a 3/3 flyer.
I'm gonna sacrifice Fane the Broker and put 2 +1/+1 counters on Olivia, Opulent Outlaw.
Well, that does mean that dies.
Yep.
And I will block with Olivia.
Whoa.
You know, I'm okay with it a little bit though. I do lose a life, but I get a free card.
With lifelink, I gain 5 life.
Hell yeah. You clutched that.
I am tapped out. I am good.
Heck yeah. I'm gonna untap. I'm gonna draw a land off the top of this deck. I'm gonna tap all 4 of my things. So that way I can play Forgotten Ancient. What a cutie. He's a 0/3. Whenever a player casts a spell, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Forgotten Ancient. At the beginning of my upkeep is important. You may move any number of +1/+1 counters from the Forgotten Ancient onto other creatures.
That's bad news.
So if you could just hand me a spin down, I might be needing that at some point.
Creature entered, so you're gonna lose 1.
Ow.
And then Valgvoth will go up 1, and I will draw a card.
Is that once per turn?
Wow.
That is the first time you lose life on your turn.
Okay, I'm just gonna pass turn.
Okay.
I'm just raccooning over here. Don't worry about it.
I will untap and draw. I'm gonna play Fetid Heath. Heath. I know how to read.
I really thought you were gonna say fettuccine.
A spaghetti western.
Yeah.
Oh, we love
Olivia's Italian.
Italian vampire outlaw criminal.
Vampire Italian outlaw criminals. I'm trying to sing it to
So
the
you
TMNT
mentioned
thing.
we were friends?
Yes, I
I
did
just wanted to
mention that.
remember that.
Vampire,
Yeah.
Italian,
Great.
Valgvoth.
Wait. Can we just remember something?
Yeah.
That the last time Darien played Valgvoth,
Stop.
Mar was like, "Aren't we friends?" And then made a deal with the
I feel
devil.
like there's a lot of pointing. Isn't this a new game?
Yeah, I'm sorry. We bring grudges from old games.
I'm just
literally
saying.
months ago.
I'm just saying that flashback.
I'm not editing a flashback in. Nope. You look silly right now. Not editing a flashback.
I'm just saying it sounded wicked familiar.
Exotic Orchard for red. And then tap these 2 for Shiny Impetus. It's an enchantment. I can enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and is goaded. So it will attack each combat if it is able.
Great.
And it will attack a player other than me if it is able.
Right.
Whenever enchanted creature attacks, I will create a treasure token.
Oh, good.
Me?
You will be goaded with the sauce.
Oh God, not the sauce.
So
Okay.
Valgvoth is how much now?
Valgvoth is a 7/7 that has to attack one of you every single turn.
With commander
With commandy dammy.
and flying.
And flying. Yes, thank you.
I'm going to go to combat. I don't know. It's just, it's real easy to attack you, Bells.
Yeah, but is she gonna double block and kill her commander just to kill your commander, setting you back and leaving you both open for Valgvoth, Harrower of Souls, the 7/7 flyer?
The idea is that she could perhaps do that.
But she's not gonna do that. Certainly, she is not going
Sydney,
to
are you
on
going to
your
do that?
turn.
Probably not, knowing his turn's coming next.
Right next. Right next.
I was like, sure. Well then, sure, Bells. I'll take you up on that this turn, and I'll swing Olivia at Sydney.
So how many?
It's 5 in the air.
That's fine. This and over here.
Great success. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, I love that.
I don't.
An outlaw, Olivia, dealt combat damage. So I'm gonna make a treasure.
A treasure.
Look at that. It's beautiful.
We like.
And now, in my second main phase, I will tap 2 for Direfleet Daredevil. It is a human pirate, 2/1 with first strike. When Direfleet Daredevil enters the battlefield, exile target instant or sorcery card from an opponent's graveyard. You may cast it this turn, and mana of any type can be spent to cast that spell. If that spell would be put into a graveyard, exile it instead.
Anybody have any?
I have one.
Consider.
Consider.
You're going to consider.
I was like, if you want to read it over and
Yeah.
do the things.
Yes, I would like to consider, so I'm going to get rid of my treasure. I'm going to put it in my graveyard. Thank you for allowing me to consider.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna draw a card.
Okay,
Cool.
you cast a creature, so
I
you're gonna
did.
take 1 damage. Valgvoth is gonna go up, and I'm gonna draw a card.
You cast 2 turns on your spell, so this is gonna go up to a 3/3 counter.
Wow. I'm going to pass my turn.
Whoa! All right. I wasn't expecting that.
What?
You weren't?
That was crazy.
Do you play Magic?
No.
Oh, whoa.
What's happening? I have untapped my lands. I am upkeeping, and I'm drawing.
Okay.
I'm going to play Bloodfell Caves
not
tapped.
Okay.
When it enters, I gain 1 life.
Okay.
I'm tapping 4 for Cardor Doom Scourge.
Yeah.
4/3. When he enters, until my next turn, creatures your opponents control attack each combat if able, and attack a player other than me if able. Essentially, you're goated with the sauce. Whenever an attacking creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and I gain 1 life.
Thank you for casting a card. I'm gonna put this up to 4.
And then Valgvoth is goated with the sauce, so I do need to swing at someone other than Mar. You have flyers.
I do.
And I am going to swing this 8/8 in the air at you. I don't know, Troy. What am I supposed to do? I'm so sorry. What am I?
In response, I'm gonna take 8 command damage.
Oh. And I'm gonna make a treasure.
Pass.
All right. I'm gonna not show you my cards, and I'm going to draw a card. I'm gonna play with island. Let's go with 2 islands. My estuary and a swamp. I'm gonna tap all 4 for Malleable Imposter. They have flash and flying. You may have Malleable Imposter enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature on an opponent controls, except if it's a fairy shapeshifter, in addition to other types, and it's flying.
Cool. What are you gonna make a copy?
I'm gonna copy the goated thing
Oh,
that is making scary stuff. So I'm gonna draw on a card.
Cardor Doom Scourge
Yes.
Part 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Okay. So you guys are goated, can't attack me.
Right.
From
And
you.
now we're goated,
Can't attack me.
Sydney.
her.
So Bells and I are
But-
gonna smack the shit out of each other.
Sydney's Carter won't have haste, but it won't be goaded.
Oh man. And then I can't swing Valgvoth at you. Oh, just like
What kind of command? You did cast something, so I will put
Yes.
that up on your cast trigger.
when your Carter enters, you're gonna lose 1 life. Valgvoth is going to go up 1, and I'm going to draw a card.
I got Carter here. The imposter is a fairy shapeshifter, so keep in mind that it does get +1/+1 from my commander.
Is it flying also?
It is flying.
Whoa.
Yeah, so it's in addition to its other types. So technically it's a fairy shapeshifter demon berserker with flying and a 5/4. I know I did that as my spell. Technically, these 2 are still goaded from Darien's turn, so I need to swing them out.
Carter.
You have the most life, which is why I'm like,
She's gonna
Yes.
and you've still been nice to me.
Yes, I have. I've been nice to everyone and helpful at the game. So both have more.
Yes. I'm gonna do both of them. So it's going to be a 3/2 and a 2/3. Yeah, 2 commander, 3 normal.
Wait. Yes.
Yes, 3.
Boom.
Perfect. And that will be my turn.
You don't got any like one cast plays over there? Just a 1 cost, a soul ring? Okay. On my upkeep, before I draw or untap, see how important upkeep is, I have to decide if I'm putting my +1/+1 counters anywhere and how many of them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to keep 1 on here,
Okay.
but the other 4 will go on to my Fabro.
You can split them.
It says
Oh,
any
man.
number
Anywhere.
of +1/+1s to any creature, other creature.
So you have a 6/6 with vigilance.
And then I'm gonna untap. Sure. I'm going to draw, and I'm going to play this land for turn. It does enter tap because I control more than 2 or fewer lands. Oh boy, do I want to have a way to win in this game, but instead...
If only you had 20 different ways.
If only I had 20 different ways to win. Currently, I've got 0 in my hand, if that really puts a threat level assessment. I'm going to tap this, a Plains, and we'll go ahead and just tap Thorn Glint Bridge. And I'm going to cast Crib Swap.
Whoa.
That is a spell that I cast, so this does go up whenever a player casts a spell. It is a changeling, instant shapeshifter, exile target creature. Its controller creates a 1/1 colorless shapeshifter creature token with changeling. Darien, that Valgvoth can only go at me. So you're gonna get a baby instead. Baby! I've left a baby at your doorstep.
Baby Valgvoth.
And instead of exiling, obviously, Valgvoth will go back to your command zone. Unless you'd want to exile it. I'll let you do that if you want.
I'll consider it. I'm not gonna do that.
You will have to pay the ward of 2 life.
Yes.
Well, I'm definitely gonna do the 10 life over
Yeah.
8
Yeah.
and 10 commander damage.
All right. Well, Valgvoth back in the command zone.
I'm getting-
Here's your enchantment back.
I am goaded with the sauce. And I unfortunately am at exactly 5. So if I swung Forgotten Ancient at Sid, it would die. But Mar wouldn't kill it. So I'm going to swing this 2/5 at Mar. And then I will swing a 6/6 with Vigilance at Sydney.
I was gonna say I'm
Fuck, you're
the
so
one
right.
that also goaded.
So I have to swing both at Mar. Yep.
Yep.
So you have both of my creatures coming at you for a 6/6.
So cool. I'm gonna block the 6 and kill my dire fleet. And I will take 2.
Just 2.
Just 2.
See, that's not bad.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. Does anybody want to give me like a 2-cost card out of their hand that I could play?
Well, I'm tapped out,
No,
and it looks like everybody else.
Okay. So I pass turn.
No.
Sorry about your Valgvoth. I hope
I
you
don't
love your
think
new
you
baby.
are.
2 untap. I'm gonna draw. I'm
Sorry,
gonna play
really felt like
Temple
I
of
needed
the
to
False God. I may add 2 colorless, and I can activate that only if I control 5 or more lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I do. I'm gonna tap Temple of the False God and my exotic orchard for black for Curtain's Call.
Ooh.
It is Undaunted. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each opponent. So initially it was a 6 cost. It is not now.
Wow.
That's great. It will allow me to destroy 2 target creatures.
They're gonna be Darians, right?
Why are you looking immediately at my board?
Because
Not the one
you're-
that goes up every single time somebody casts a spell.
Because-
and then can give counters to any other creature.
I get
You have
2
to attack
choices.
more.
You do. You have to attack me.
You have to attack next turn.
Okay, you can destroy my shape.
You're ungoaded
Right.
changeling.
All right.
Carter.
You get another one, right?
I do.
Bye, Carter.
You don't want to get rid of the thing that's getting him life, and then in turn makes Valgvoth
Why are
get
you
bigger.
whispering in Mars' ear?
I'm very loud.
Evil secrets.
Yeah. Every turn he has Valgvoth out, when we play a creature, we lose a life, and then Valgvoth goes up.
Valgvoth
and he
is not
gains
up.
life.
But Valgvoth isn't here, and he
Valgvoth
costs
isn't
2
here.
more. So he's a 6 cost.
Valgvoth will be here.
Chillin'.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Both at
vampire
me.
Friend.
Not the 6/6 with vigilance. Not either of the flying creatures. Not the one that keeps going up. Both me.
This one doesn't scare me as much. This one, I will say, I don't like very much.
You
It's
did
got
cast a
vigilance.
spell, and this will go up.
Whoa. Huh.
You're not gonna swing that 6/6 at me next time?
No, I will not swing the 6/6 at you. I just had to swing at you because I was goaded. If you keep that up, I will not.
Okay.
That I can promise you.
Darien, I am fearful of Valgavoth's return now that he is not goaded with the sauce. I'm gonna be so for real with you.
We're vampire friends.
I'm sure you've got more in
Don't you
there.
want to be the queen vampire? The one? The
I
only?
am the vampire assassin, in fact. And so with that, I think I do have to get rid of your blood.
She do like crime.
All right.
I'm gonna go to combat because I have to.
And you have to swing at me.
And I have to swing at Bells with a 5/5 in the air.
Commander.
Commandy.
Woo!
Let's just note how much Commander has been swung at me.
She has lifelink, so I will gain 5.
Yeah. Darien, if it makes it you feel better, on my next turn, I can take care of some of Sid's board.
Oh, okay.
So, I've politicked very hard in your corner, but to trade off what I'm telling you is that I will then, now because you are not the threat in this moment, pass it along to somebody else.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I can't promise the rest of the game.
Olivia attacked this turn. I will create another treasure. And then I am going to pay 3 to sacrifice them
Ooh.
and put 2 +1/+1 counters on Olivia, which means that she got bigger. I can't do anything other than that. So, Darien, I will pass my turn to you.
Untap, upkeep, draw. I think I'm gonna have a turn where I just do some kind of like administrative stuff.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm gonna file my taxes.
Okay. Cool.
Valgvoth
Yay,
does
magic.
taxes.
I'm going to play a swamp. I'm gonna tap 2 for Felwar Stone.
In response, I go up.
You see that, by the way? I just want you to
did.
note that thing
You
happening.
didn't have to do your taxes on this turn.
Okay. I'm gonna tap another 2 for Seance board.
In response?
Yep. It has Morbid. At the beginning of each instep, if a creature died this turn, I'm going to put a soul counter on Seance board. I can then tap it to add X mana of any one color, where X is the number of soul counters on the Seance board. I can spend that to cast an instant, sorcery, demon, or spirit. Here's another one for you.
Great. I'm just in response
Tapping.
preemptively.
Tapping 2. I'm going to pay the suspend cost for suspended sentence. It usually costs 4. I'm paying 2. So this is an instant. Destroy target creature an opponent controls. That player loses 3 life. And then I exile this card with 3 time counters on it. I'm paying the suspend cost, so it's going straight into exile. At the beginning of my upkeep, I'm gonna remove 1 time counter. And so every 3 of my turns, it's gonna play itself again.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm putting it down with 3 counters.
okay.
So, we made a deal, right?
Don't.
I'm just asking. My bad. I realize now that because you're suspending, it's not casting. So, in response, I'll go back down to 5.
Okay, great. I pass to you.
That's it. All right, I'm gonna untap the things. 10. Draw a card. I'm going to play with 3 here, so 2 swamps and my estuary, to play Fairy Blade Crafter.
Okay.
She is flying, and whenever 1 or more fairies you control deal combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on Blade Crafter.
Wow, what a crazy card that sounds so powerful and scary that we should get off the board.
Okay, but the rest of the card is when they die, each opponent loses X life and you gain X life, where X is its power.
Wow, what if we get rid of it right now? As soon as possible. In response, I will go up to 6.
We're still gaining a lot of life over there. This is less scary now.
And I can't.
Yeah, but you also threatened to take a lot of things off my board.
I didn't necessarily say you. I said Darien, not him.
But you were like, hey, Darien, don't worry. I'm going to take things off of Sydney's board. It'll be
did
fine.
say that out loud.
Can someone run that back real quick?
I'll do that flashback.
Go away. Darien, if it makes it you feel better, on my next turn, I can take care of some of Sid's board.
Yeah. So what I'm gonna throw the sprite and my commander at Bells. And then I'm gonna throw Carter at Mark. And they are all flying.
Hear me out. I will give you a chance to not throw your stronger creature at me for not taking out one of your creatures.
Oh, she's gonna give you a chance.
You already
I know, but I'm already doing that. I'm throwing the big creature at her.
No, I know.
And these two at you.
Right.
Okay.
Take one of them away, and I won't.
Not asking.
Don't listen
politely.
to that.
No.
That feels cheap.
Okay.
No, I'm okay.
You're cheap.
You're
Mar will remember that.
Call me cheap.
Let's flash back to this moment later, okay?
So you're going to get 2 commander damage and 3 in the air.
Okay.
And then Mar will get 6 in the air.
6. Why 6?
Because it's also a fairy and I get +1/+1.
You already have that with the 5/4.
Oh yeah, you're right. I wrote it on.
I was
You're
like,
right. It's just 5/4. You're right. I did the math early.
Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Boom. As much as you guys are mad at me politicking, can we just look at the life totals of the people who are the problem objectively and the person
How
who
am I the
only
problem?
has creatures that cannot even block? Which is
have
why
one
the life total is the way it is on the game that I'm supposed to win with, like, I have 20 treasures. I have
Supposed to
0
win.
treasures. I have 0 gates. I have 0 shrines.
Supposed
I'm
to
not
win.
gaining life like I mentioned. Blah, 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 blah. Remember when I said about gaining life? I'm not doing that.
I feel like the over politicking is actually what's doing that to your life.
Agreed.
Okay, so then because I attacked you guys and I attacked 2 people, Bladecrafter is going to get +2/+2 for hitting 2 people. Yes, I will stop my turn. There.
I'm going to upkeep, actually, before I untap and draw. I have to decide how many of my counters I want on something else. So currently, this is a 6/9, and currently that's a 6/6. So I think for now, in order to spread the love, I will keep them where they are. I will untap now, and then I will draw. I'm going to play Wooded Bastion. Now the question is, do I play something that gives me a win con? Or do I help the board state for the benefit of everybody?
Now, what does that mean?
So we're going to tap 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. To play Revel in Riches.
Ooh.
Whenever a creature an opponent controlled dies, create a treasure token. Would have been really nice during the goad phase,
Yeah.
but I needed some help. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 10 or more treasures, I win the game. I will keep to my word, and I will not swing Fabro at you.
Thank you.
And then the other option is to swing both at Darien. And Darien would lose both of his little chump blockers.
If
Well,
he
that
chooses
is-
to use them.
I think that I will just swing my Fabro at Darien because I know that he has blockers for 6/6. And in order to keep peace at the table, I know you don't have to take damage for it. I will not swing at you, and I will not swing at you.
Wow.
You've also got Vigi.
I do have Vigi.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill this little baby.
You're gonna kill the
To
baby
block
I gave you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so offensive.
It was an honorary teenager.
It was the baby I found. I didn't want, obviously. You think I birthed that thing? It's blue.
Found it, I gave it to you, and now you're giving it back? How dare you?
How dare. A creature died, so I will create a treasure token, and then I don't have anything else I can do as far as mana, so I will pass my turn.
10% of the way to a victory.
I did cast an enchantment, though, so I will go up another counter on this.
I'm going to untap then. Woo! And draw. Going to tap Exotic Orchard for black. Sulphur Springs for black, taking 1 damage. Another land for colorless to bring out Nighthawk Scavenger. Flying, Death Touch, and Lifelink. Nighthawk Scavenger's power is equal to 1 plus the number of card types among cards in your opponent's graveyards.
Ooh, I've got an instant.
I've got an instant, a creature, and an artifact.
Creature, land.
4.
Plus 1. It's a 5/3.
Oh.
Gonna go to combat.
Okay.
Sydney, hear me out.
Okay.
I swing Olivia at you.
Okay.
You block. We hurt them.
I mean, this works out
And
great for
gain
you
me.
both
life
gain life.
together.
We gave life together. I like gaining life.
Yes, correct.
I mean, it hurts you too. But yeah,
But with the lifelink.
it doesn't
And
matter.
guys, don't worry. This is helpful to you too. Because then the blade crafter's gone. This is a win-win for everybody.
This doesn't feel like a debate I have any power in at all. So
I would take that deal.
Great. I'm going to swing Olivia at you.
Okay. So I'm going to let my blade crafter die. Which, when it dies, each opponent loses X life, where X is the power. So right now it's 5. I will also gain 5, but technically I lose 1 because of my commander, so I'm gonna only gain 4.
Okay.
So I'm gonna gain 4, and I'm going to draw a card.
Everyone else is gonna lose 5. I would lose 5, but because Olivia has lifelink, then I would gain it back, so I'm just going to stay where I am.
You gain more, right?
No, it's 7.
Yeah.
So I gain 2
you
life.
gain 2 life.
You gain
yeah.
2 life.
So it really was a
Wow.
great deal for you guys. When Sid's creature dies, I will make a treasure token. So I did get something out of this. While you go to second main, I'm gonna note that you did play a card in your first main, and this will go up to 8.
I am going to tap Temple of the False Gods for 2 and play Idol of Oblivion. It is an artifact. I may tap it to draw a card, and I can only activate that if I've created a token on my turn. I can also pay 8 to tap it and sacrifice Idol of Oblivion to create a 10/10 colorless Eldrazi creature token.
Okay. In response to that,
Correct.
I'm going to uptick this.
I will pass my turn.
okay, on your instep, a creature died this turn, so I'm going to put a soul counter on my Seance board. So it
Ooh.
now taps for 1 mana of any color.
Damn your Seance board.
Okay, untap. Upkeep. I'm going to remove a time counter from suspended sentence. Draw.
During your turn. So as not to waste my mana for the future.
Oh, okay. You play now.
I'm so
You go.
sorry.
Blue player.
I wanted to make sure before that gets uglier over there. Just for my future butts. I'm gonna play Repulse, which is 1 cheaper because of my fairy. And I'm gonna get rid of.
Didn't we just agree that we were friends? Didn't we just have the moment
I said I wouldn't
where
attack
we
you.
talked about how we were
Okay.
friends?
I'm not attacking.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not attacking.
Okay. Which one?
The one that's counting up.
Okay.
And adding life everywhere.
And will you read your card?
Yes, return target creature to its owner's hand.
Oh, great. It doesn't
You
even
just-
die.
Nope, you get that. And I get a card. Great. Okay, continue, Darien. Thanks.
All right, I'm gonna play my turn now. I'm gonna play Foreboding Ruins. Enters tapped because I don't have a mountain or swamp in my hand to reveal. I am going to tap 5 cards for an old favorite. Welcome in the Lord of Pain. He's a 5/5 human assassin with menace. Your opponents can't gain life. Whenever a player casts their first spell each turn, choose another target player. The Lord of Pain deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to the chosen player. With that, I'm going to pass to Sid.
I'm going to untap and draw another card. I'm gonna play a swamp. We're gonna tap 2 swamps, my estuary, and an island to play Rankle.
Okay.
Master of Pranks.
Rankle.
Cast trigger, Lord of Pain, 4 damage straight to Mars' face.
Woo! Lord of Pain!
I love that. Yeah. Like a game show.
I
Yeah.
don't know if I like that.
Okay, so they have Flying and Haste. Whenever Rankle, Master of Pranks, deals combat damage to a player, choose any number. And I can either have each player discard a card, each player lose 1 life and draw a card, or each player sacrifice a creature.
You could just do all 3.
Yep. It says choose any number.
Any
Fucking
number?
stupid card.
Okay, I'm gonna do another thing before I decide to do anything with that or not. I'm gonna tap both of the other ones, so an island and a swamp, to also play Night Veil Sprite. He is flying, but whenever he attacks, I can survey 1. I am going to attack with Rankle to Vels, even though I promised.
Huh.
Block it.
But I think they
I can't
all
block a flyer, Mark.
Oh no, you can't.
they can
Flies.
All of you fly. I cannot block flyers. That's why my life total's 11, and notably, everyone else's is 30.
But everyone else can block me, and I want this card.
Darien has no blockers.
I thought you had.
No flying,
I thought that
notably.
was flying. Never mind, I'll throw it at Darien. You win.
Sorry.
Felt the relief.
Didn't want it to be you, but boy, how do I not want it to be me?
Sorry, I needed to hit somebody, and I thought I couldn't.
It's okay.
So I thank you for saying such.
Yeah, thank you for
The
saying
deal?
such.
Solid.
Lord of Pain, you are so welcome.
Yeah. I'm gonna
That's
attack
Mr.
you
Lord of Pain to you.
Oh, sorry.
with Rankle.
Okay,
Rankle.
you're hitting me with Rankle.
Rankle.
That's
He is a 4/4.
4 in the air.
Yeah.
And now you gotta do some prankles.
Yep, I'm gonna do some prankles. I've decided we're gonna do all of them.
Cool. Okay, so one by
Let's-
one.
Yep, started from the top.
So everybody discard a card.
Can we not do that one, Sid? I'm asking you as a friend with 3 cards in hand and a dream.
Okay.
Can we not do that one?
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay. I'll let you have that one because I
Thanks.
did try to lie to you.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Everybody loses a life and draws a card.
I like that.
Sick.
Okay.
Did I? And then each player sacrifice a creature.
Goodbye, Faeborough Elder, my only option.
And
it is-
Ferocodon.
Just for clarification,
Yes.
sacrificing isn't dying.
Yeah.
It is dying. Yeah. 1 creature. 2 creature. I'm making treasures off my little raccoon hands, baby. I don't have creatures, but I got treasure.
I'm sacking Rampaging Ferocodon. You get your Ligma back.
Oh, my Ligma. That's what you were trying to give me back.
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Okay.
3 creature.
I'm going to sacrifice the sprite that I put out to be small on the board.
4 creature.
I don't know if that was a very smart
So,
play.
do we remember that when that gets to 10?
That's why I
Yeah,
put it
so
out.
that's 60% to a victory, just so everyone knows. A little progress bar in front of Bells' face.
Yes, because if anyone is 60% to a victory, you're so right. With my open board
That
and
doesn't mean
non-flyers.
anything.
Okay, so then a fairy I controlled died. So I'm gonna draw another card and I lose a life. Okay, then I'm done.
Okay.
Okay, on your instep, I think a creature died this turn, so I'm gonna put a soul counter on the seance board.
I no longer have upkeep triggers, which is a bummer. But I will untap and I will draw. I'm going to play Baldur's Gate for my land drop for turn. Notably, it has colorless, but also pay 2 and tap at X mana of any one color where X is the number of other gates you control. As you said, 60% to a win. Let's drop that percentage down.
Huh?
And we're gonna cast Forgotten Ancient again from my hand.
Okay, cast trigger, 4 damage. We're gonna do that straight to Sid's face from Lord of Pain.
That makes sense.
Sorry, Lord of Pain!
It's not me this time.
Yeah. I'm going to tap 3.
Uh-huh.
And what is better than having Lord of Pain
Uh-huh.
than
Very little.
him being a pariah on top? I'm gonna enchant a creature, and then all damage that would be dealt to me is instead dealt to Lord of Pain because he's just so thoughtful.
He's
and
just
giving.
heroic. He throws his whole body in the way.
He goes down.
Yeah.
Huh.
He's the Lord of Pain because he's going to receive the
He
pain.
receives, yes!
Yeah.
That is it. He loves pain so much that masochist definitely is a man that goes down. And then, like I said, we're going to take my winning percentile down back to 0.
Awesome.
Actually. We're going to spend all of these treasures for any color that I want. No more of this, which is still just locked in the same 3 colors. And tap my Arcane Signet to cast Hellkite Tyrant.
Ooh.
It's got flying, it's got trample, it's a 6/5. Whenever Hellkite Tyrant deals combat damage to a player, gain control of all artifacts that player controls. At the beginning of my upkeep, if I control 20 or more artifacts, you win the game. I'm not trying to get 20 artifacts here. That doesn't seem reasonable. But what it is, notably also, is a flying blocker. I did indeed cast 2 spells, so I will put 2 counters onto my Forgotten Ancient in hopes to move them later. And that will be my turn.
Untap. Let's go, Olivia. Gonna draw.
Let's go, lesbians.
You and Olivia.
Let's go, lesbians! I'm going to tap Temple of Triumph for white, Exotic Orchard for white, and then Sulphur Springs for colorless for a little debate.
Oh.
A little debate. I thought we could all, this is Commander, we love politics, we love talking things out. I thought that would be super fun. For Council's Judgment. Will of the Council. Starting with you, each player votes for a non-land permanent you don't control. Exile each permanent with the most votes or tied for the most votes.
I hope this doesn't factor into anyone's vote, but really quick, cast a trigger. Lord of Pain is going to deal 3 damage to Sid.
Thank you. On cast trigger, this will go up.
You guys see all these little things that are happening here? Now, that's great. I think if anything happens to Lord of Pain, that can be taken care of. It won't hit bells. She's got a pretty scary flyer. It's the only thing protecting her. But it's also a win con. She's also got a win con.
She's not going to get 20 artifacts.
She's not going to get 20 artifacts. I'm going to vote Rankle.
Yeah, Rankle doing stuff to all of us is not super great.
Darien, it is your vote to cast.
Are you guys voting silently? Is that what's happening? You're not participating in the
I don't
council?
have
I was going to debate because I was going to talk about the Forgotten Ancient giving counters again, and she's already got now this giant flyer, and so the reality of the situation is she's going to make an even bigger one with trample.
So it sounds like maybe I'm getting the vibe you guys aren't participating in the debate.
I
I'm
can't
willing
tell.
to participate in this debate, but it
I
really
feel like-
depends on how the tier swings.
I'm on the swing vote, so either my stuff's gonna get destroyed or I'm helping somebody
it's
else go down.
100% either Sydney or me.
So it's pain, no, which is technically it's helping you.
I think we go for Rankle.
Yeah.
Because every turn that Sydney gets with flying, we discard a creature.
This is mostly why I'm not saying
lose
it.
Lord of
Discard
Pain.
cards. It's gonna
I
create.
was like, I know I'm the problem in this.
I'm casting my vote for Rankle.
Yeah.
No
she's
more
also
Prankles!
I like Pringles.
She's also got the most creatures on board. Sydney, you vote your cast where?
I'm gonna vote my cast into the universe.
And I vote my cast at Rankle. You are off the island.
I just
no
throw
more
glitter pockets.
Prankles, Rankle.
You know, just like pockets of glitter.
Jeff Probst has spoken.
I'm going to tap Temple of the False Gods for 2 and Sunhome Fortress of the Legion to play Bounty Board. It is an artifact. I can tap it to add 1 mana of any color. I can also pay 1 to tap it to put a bounty counter on a target creature, and I will only activate that as a sorcery. Whenever a creature with a bounty counter on it dies, each of its controller's opponents draws a card and gains 2 life.
Interesting. In response, I'll go up a tick.
So I'm going to pass my turn.
Great. I'm going to untap, upkeep, remove 1 time counter from suspended sentence. So next turn something gets destroyed and that person is going to lose 3 life. So be really nice to me for the next round. I am going to tap 4 for Fate Unraveler. Cast trigger. Lord of Pain is going to deal 4 damage. Mar, you've got more life, so straight to your face. Yeah, do your fucking thing. Fate Unraveler is a 3/4 hag. Whenever an opponent draws a card, Fate Unraveler deals 1 damage to that player. I'm now going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for Valgvoth, Harrower of Souls. Lord of Pain. I could swang.
You want to swing at me?
I don't want to swing at you for some
so
reason.
weird.
You do not have 2 blockers.
No.
And Lord of
he
Pain
has
has
Menace.
Menace. So, yes, I do believe I'm going to swing at you for 5.
My favorite, yes.
So cool.
Okay. I passed her.
Just a cute little turn over there.
Yeah. And untap. Draw a card.
And I'm going to deal 1 damage to you with Fate Unraveler. Valgvoth goes up, and I draw a card. We're doing this again.
Yep. Okay, I'm gonna play Swamp. I'm going to pay an island and 3 swamps to play Glen Endra Archmage.
Okay,
Glenn.
cast trigger. 4 damage, Lord of Pain, straight to Mars face again.
Up to 7.
That's rude.
It's just a flying 2/2, but I can also sacrifice it to counter a target non-creature spell.
Oh, that's real good.
So I was
What
like,
are you? What's the thumb? What's that?
There's a non-creature spell over there
That's ticking
is
down
that?
weirdly.
causing some issues.
Whoa, wait, hold up. I could use it to get rid of something that's a threat to both of us.
No.
Why would you not?
It's no threat to me.
Why would you not want to
It's
ensure?
just there. I'm just letting you know it's there.
Alright.
It also has persist. When this creature dies, if it has no -1/-1 counter on it, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a -1/-1 counter on it. So it kind of can save itself. I think I am going to just end my turn there.
On my upkeep, I will move any number of +1/+1 counters onto other creatures. And because everybody's got flyers, I think that I'm gonna move most of them over to my Hellcat Tyrant. Let's go ahead and keep 1 on here, making it a 1/4. And that means that there will be 6 counters on Hellkite Tyrant, making him a 12/11 with flying and trample. Now I will untap. I will draw. I will play Black Dragon Gate for turn as my land. It taps for black. It also taps for 1 of a chosen color. So that's super helpful that I have it now.
Declare it
Declare it.
loudly and proudly.
Loud.
It will be declared blue.
Wow!
I am going to, I mean, like, what else I got going on? I'm gonna play my commander for the first time in my history of this thing. We're gonna go green, and then 1, 2, and 3. To play Go-Shintai of Life's Origin. I don't know what he does. I cast something though. This goes up.
Another cast trigger, Lord of Pain. What's he cost? 4?
4.
Sid's gonna take 4.
Ooh.
Or you gonna do a?
No. I'm gonna
Oh,
hold
no.
on to that. No, I'll take 4. And
I don't have to send 4 your way. Depends on what you're about to do with that.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
you're trying to make a deal.
So you want to not have this hit you later.
Yeah, I would. I don't even want to destroy one of your creatures. I want to destroy something over there.
Why? What are you destroying?
So
I
yeah,
have nothing to
probably
destroy.
one of those. If you don't counter me, I will send this 4 to Mar for what, the 3rd time in a row?
This is the 4th time. Thank you very much.
At least it's not commander damage.
I'll take the deal.
Okay, Mar, you're gonna
I'm
take
so
4.
sorry, but I'm gonna take the deal.
My commander, Go-Shintai of Life's Origin. It is pay Wooburg and tap, which I will not be able to do this turn. Return target enchantment card from my graveyard to the battlefield. Whenever Go-Shintai of Life's Origin or another non-token shrine you control enters, create a 1/1 colorless shrine enchantment creature token. Sure, I don't know why we do this, but this is what my commander does.
Shrine!
Cute.
The thing is if I drop Mar down to 1 life and steal Idol of Oblivion,
Who says I wouldn't walk?
which would let me make a colorless Eldrazi later, I would lose it as soon as they went down to 0. But if I take one of Darien's artifacts,
Now you're thinking.
Darien might be alive longer. But you want block? You want to lose your commander?
No. I'm just saying that who said I was gonna go down to 1 life? I don't want to do any
So
of that.
you block with your commander?
No, I didn't say that either.
Well,
I'm just suggesting.
hear me out.
Okay.
Where is that spell coming?
The destroy target creature, your Hellkite,
Or
what?
I don't swing Hellkite and take all your artifacts from you.
You would take all my artifacts?
All of them.
All of them.
Doesn't feel
In one
fair,
go.
Darien.
Well, I just made a deal with Sid
To not get rid of that.
to not counter it. So I
You made
can't
a
send
deal.
it at Sid. And if we're gonna make a deal, I can't send it at you.
Darien.
What's left?
Darien, you made a deal. You said you were gonna go after that.
These are left.
When did I say that?
You did when you talked.
Is
You
it non-land?
When I talked, sorry. Let's flash back.
Is it non-land?
Huh?
Is it non-land? Can you destroy land?
Target creature and opponent controls.
Creature.
At the end of the day, that's gonna be the bigger threat. I am not the threat. I am not the threat.
The life gain isn't a threat.
I am not a threat. The threat assessment.
Can't gain life because of Lord of Pain.
True.
I can't do anything.
I mean, it sounds like I'm about to make a deal with the other two players to not use it on them. So I'm not really left with a choice. Like, what am I supposed to do, Mar?
You could not make that deal.
Make a better deal.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
Uh-huh.
I'm very emotionally attached to my Ouija board.
Right.
your
And I
Felwar
won't destroy it out of spite if you don't do this to me.
Oh.
What a deal.
Spite.
What a spiteful, lovely, nasty little deal.
He's a spiteful, nasty little guy,
you're telling me
Valgvoth.
I can either lose both my artifacts or you will destroy one of them? That's the deal you're making me?
Hold on.
Do you maybe want to think that one over?
You don't have a lot of choices here, okay? I can destroy
Neither do I.
artifacts. I can destroy
Hey,
enchantments.
Neither
and
do I.
I can. Hey, you do. You have way more choices than me. I'm fighting for my life.
Yeah, I do think that I'm gonna destroy Mars creature on my turn.
Perfect. Can we shake on it? All right, Mar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to combat.
Great.
And I will be singing
Great.
a flying 12-11 with trample.
If it's gonna die anyway, I'm just gonna block it.
Fair.
Okay?
There she goes.
Jeez.
It has trample.
Does have trample.
Oh,
So you
how
are
much?
going to take, you were a 7?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are going to take 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5.
5. Okay.
I did combat damage, so
Things
I
have
will
happened.
take your artifacts.
That was pretty fucked up.
It is the only time I have attacked this game.
Yeah.
With Olivia dying, I will make a treasure token. What I can do is I can pay 1 and put a bounty counter on a target creature, activate only as a sorcery. Whenever a creature with a bounty counter on it dies, each of its controller's opponents draws a card and gains 2 life.
Can't gain life.
Unless Lord of Pain is what gets the bounty counter and Lord of Pain dies.
I mean, I love if Lord Pain dies.
I can't do anything, so I would love if Lord of Pain dies too. I don't know what it's gonna do for me.
We don't know if he's gonna die, but what I can say
He's being a problem.
is that we will tap 1 and, put a bounty out. The pariah, the man, the legend, Lord of Pain. Just makes him a little spicier target.
Wanted.
Dead or
I
alive.
think it's dead or dead.
Dead or dead, for sure.
On your instep, creature died, seance board is gonna go up by 1.
Well, I can untap my land. Ooh, yeah. And then draw and hope and pray and...
Draw a card, Fate Unraveler, you lose 1 life, Valgvoth goes up and I draw.
And play this rogue's pass. I think this is my last hurrah. I'm going to die, whether it's to Darien, whether it's to Sydney, and if it wasn't gonna be either one of you two, it was definitely gonna be Bells.
It wasn't.
It was. It absolutely was.
It wasn't. I would definitely
You're like,
take out my other 2 opponents before you.
So in my last hurrah, I'm going to tap 1 to cast Requisition Raid.
Ooh.
Okay,
Sorcery.
Counter go up.
cast trigger, Lord of Pain, 1 damage to Sid.
It has spree, so I can pay into any of its abilities. 1. So I can either destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment, and then put a +1/+1 counter on each creature target player controls. So I'm going to pay 1 to destroy this artifact. I'm also gonna pay 1 to destroy your enchantment.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anybody else has an
You know,
enchantment.
do your hurrah.
Yeah.
Do what you can.
Hurrah!
Hurrah.
So I destroyed things
Woo!
in my final go out.
Yeah.
And that's all I got.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
You're
gonna
not dead.
Go out swinging.
I'm not dead, but I'm definitely dead next.
You passing?
I'm passing.
I don't think you
Okay.
have to be.
Well, Darien gets to decide that now.
I'm gonna untap, and then on my upkeep, the last time counter comes off of suspended sentence, which we made a deal. I'm not gonna send it you. Mar has nothing on the board, can't send it you. You can counter it. I see you grabbing your hand.
You do whatever you want.
I think knowing that you're going to counter it, but to get my Lord of Pain trigger, I am gonna destroy. It doesn't matter. I don't know. Tegwyll.
I was gonna say Carter, a 5/4 with flying.
Wait, Carter's flying?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's a fairy as well.
Okay, well, let's say before you look at my board a whole bunch,
Uh-huh.
we're gonna play that adventure.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, and it goes to my hand?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
You just take your card back.
Okay.
Leave me alone.
And then cast trigger. I'm gonna deal not to Bells, because that'll hit Lord of Pain. I've hit Mar enough times, so Sid,
Wow.
4 damage right to your face.
I would rather that.
On Sid's cast, I'll go up to another counter.
Sid, you are casting your first spell this turn.
Yep.
It is
An adventure. It's the instant one,
Instant.
not the creature. That's
Okay.
why I put it up here.
Got it.
Because
So that's
this
a
little box right now.
That's a 3. I need to send it to someone else. It can't be Sid. No point sending it to you. It'll just hit Lord of Pain, so 3 damage to you. Now I will draw for a turn. I'm gonna play a mountain. I'm going to tap my seance board. I'll have 1 floating to play grab the prize. As an additional cost to cast this spell, I'm gonna discard a card. I'm gonna discard Florian Voldaren Scion.
Okay.
Cast trigger, this goes up.
Okay. I'm going to draw 2 cards. If the discarded card wasn't a land, it was not. I'm gonna deal 2 damage to each opponent.
That will be 2 to Lord of Pain.
2 to Lord of Pain, so he's a 5/3 right now. I'm now going to pay 5 for Painful Quandary. It's an enchantment. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, they lose 5 life unless they discard a card.
This goes up to 6.
Cool. I'm going to tap my last 4 for Spiteful Visions, another enchantment. At the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. And whenever a player draws a card, Spiteful Vision deals 1 damage to that player.
Great.
Do you have any flying blockers up?
I don't have flying blockers up, but your Lord of Pain will die. And then we'll gain life with the
Yes.
bounty, which is super nice and cool.
Don't really need to attack to deal damage to you guys. I feel like I have plenty of opportunities to hurt you without needing to swing out. I could just end Mar. That feels so cruel, though.
Okay.
I want you to hang around, and I want you to see the rest of this play.
We want you at this table, Mar.
Wow, guys, that's so nice.
I'm gonna pass.
Okay, I'm gonna untap. I'm gonna draw a card. Okay, so
You're gonna draw-
what's with the drawing card?
You're gonna
things?
draw 2 cards and take 2 damage.
Only Sid takes damage.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And I'm going to go up 1 with Valgvoth and draw.
Okay, I'm gonna play Island.
I like that you said you weren't gonna put me out of my misery now, but by the time that I have to draw a card, I'm going to die.
It'll be passive. What am I supposed to do?
I'm going to play 3 swamps and my estuary. And I'm going to cause some chaos.
We love chaos.
So
Yeah.
you're playing a 5 cost.
First spell, I'm gonna go up 1. Darien is gonna take his cast trigger.
You are going to lose 5 life unless you discard a card.
No, I'm good with it.
Okay. And then Lord of Pain needs to deal 5 damage to either Mar or Bells.
Not me.
If I send
has
it
to
to
be-
Bells, Lord of Pain dies, which benefits you guys if Lord of Pain dies. Unfortunately, Mar,
Okay, so this is how I go.
I do need to hit you with 5 damage. One more thing. When you draw a card, Fate Unraveler deals 1 damage to you. You drew 2 cards. You're going to take another 2 damage.
I did 2 damage already when I drew the card.
You took 2 damage from Spiteful Visions for drawing 2 cards. You
Okay.
now need to take 2 damage from Fate Unraveler for drawing 2 cards.
And then as Mar dies and ends the game, you get your bounty board back. Yeah, remember about how Hellkite Tyrant wasn't gonna win with artifacts?
Yeah.
I meant
Okay.
that.
Well, you ready for what my card does?
I'm so ready.
Yeah, now you
Now
can read your
that-
card.
Yeah, blue player.
So I'm going to do the sorcery. Nightmare Unmaking. I'm going to choose one of these things. I can either exile each creature with power greater than the number of cards in my hand, or I can exile each creature with power less than the number of cards in my hand. Currently, I have 5, and I'm going to pick all creatures with greater than 5
Greater than 5.
power
5 and
are
greater?
now exiled.
So I will lose Hellkite Tyrant and Forgotten Ancient.
I am going to lose Valgvoth, Harrower of Souls, back into the command zone.
And I don't lose anything.
You lose Carter.
Nope, he's 5. Sydney, that was such a big brain move! Okay. So at this point, I don't have enough to kill you yet. But I can kill Bells. I have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm gonna send these 3 at you.
Thank you.
Oh, maybe not.
Will take
Oh.
all of the flying damage because I have no flyers. But if you
What?
remember, when I take damage, it all goes to Lord of Pain. So I will not lose 10 life.
Yeah!
Instead, Lord of Pain dies, and I am alive for another round.
Forgot. But that's
Okay.
even better. Yeah! So sorry for the rings.
That's all right. It was worth it.
Ready? Lord of Pain! That's my turn.
On your instep, creatures died, so Sandsboard is going to go up by 1.
I don't know if I have a way to really win other than being alive. I'm gonna draw.
Find it.
But we are gonna see what happens.
You draw an extra and take 4 damage.
Okay, I will draw a second and I will take 2 from each card draw. I will play my land for turn. That land is going to be Darksteel Citadel. It is indestructible and adds 1 to my mana pool. I might have survived my last turn, but I don't know if there's really anything I can do. So I will just try and protect myself the best I can by paying 3, and I'm gonna play Ghostly Prison. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 colorless for each creature they control that's attacking me.
Whenever an opponent casts a spell, lose 5 life or discard a card. Discarding?
Discarding a card,
Alright.
baby.
No hands.
No
Sweet
hand.
card, too.
I'm hell-bent. Sid has
No
one thing up.
Everyone.
I guess I could return an enchantment. After looking at my graveyard, I think that Sid's throat's getting kind of itchy.
Whoa.
And there's blue, there's some black, there's some green, there's some white, and then this is the red. For Wooburg, I'm gonna tap, get Lignify out, and I'm gonna enchant Carter. Enchanted creature is a tree folk with base power and toughness 0/4 and loses all abilities. And that, I think, is just the protection on my board I need to see if I survive. And I
Okay.
will have no
Carter's
hands.
got the Ligma.
So,
You have a response?
yes. We're gonna try Fact or Fiction. So I will tap these 3 islands for it. Just to see if I get some cards that might help me.
Yeah.
So I reveal the top 5 cards of my library, and I'm assuming I'm gonna give to you, because I feel like you could do right by me. These are the top 5 cards of my library. You're gonna make 2 piles. One of the piles I get to keep, and one of the piles I have to put in the graveyard.
And you get to pick?
Casting a spell, either need to lose 5 or discard.
I will discard a card.
I don't know, maybe you want the arcane. Okay, there you go. I don't know, man.
Okay.
Here's your 2 piles.
Those are my piles. So we got a creature and an instant. I will take this pile. So Graveyard's gonna get the Reckless Spite and the Archmage of Echoes. My hand's gonna get Keep Watch, Arcane Signet, and Brazen Borrower.
I'm not gonna go to combat. I'm gonna keep my 1/1 blocker up. And I will pass turn, Darien.
Okay, I am untapping. I am going to draw 2 cards, and I'm going to take 2 damage.
I like that.
I'm going to play Witch's Clinic as my land for turn. I'm going to tap 3 for Gleeful Arsonist.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, Gleeful Arsonist deals damage equal to its power to that player. So right now that's just 1. It has Undying. When this creature dies, if it had no +1/+1 counters on it, I'm going to return to the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it.
Okay.
I am then going to tap 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for Valgvoth. Valgvoth is back on the board.
Back out.
I'm gonna tap my last 3 for another enchantment, Bastion of Remembrance. When it enters, I'm gonna make a 1/1 white human soldier creature token, and whenever a creature I control dies, each opponent loses 1 life, and I gain 1 life. Yeah, I'm gonna swing my Fate Unraveler at you for 3.
I'm going to just let it die.
Okay. So, got the counter off the board, and I'm gonna move to instep and then pass to Sid.
So this has persist. So even though it died, it comes back. It just comes back with a -1/-1 counter on it. There we go.
All right, take it away, Sid.
Okay, and then we're gonna untap. Okay, and then I'm gonna draw.
2, take
draw.
4.
Take 4.
Okay, and I can't counter that. I just take 4.
No.
Put down this swamp.
Love it.
I'm going to just use an island because again, instants are cheaper. And I'm gonna play Runaway Together.
Oh.
And each of you, I'm going to pick a creature and it goes back to your hand. I'm gonna choose Valgvoth
You
to hands.
cast a spell,
Yes, I cast a spell,
so you need to lose 5 life or discard a card.
which I will discard a card.
Okay.
Makes sense.
And then you cast a non-creature spell, so I'm going to deal 1 damage to you from Gleeful Arsonist.
Okay. I just have to decide which one to get rid of. I will get rid of this Signet.
Are you going to pay the ward cost for Valgvoth?
Can I pay it in
2 life.
2 life?
Yeah.
Valgvoth is 2 life.
Let's get rid of that instead.
Okay, so you're going to put Fate Unraveler in my hand?
Yep, I'm gonna put Fate Unraveler in your hand and your commander in your hand. They're gonna run away together, back to your
cute.
hands.
And then when you lost life on your turn, Valgvoth went up, and I need to draw a card for that.
There you go.
Hear me out, Sydney.
Yeah.
I don't think we're winning this.
Yeah, I got things, but not enough.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be real with you. As soon as it's my turn, I'm casting Fate Unraveler again, and I'm killing you guys for drawing cards.
Right.
Yeah.
I think at this point, with 3 and 6 life and
Yeah.
really just a dream versus 22 life.
Yeah.
Even with your flyers, I think it's easy to say that Darien is the winner with Valgvoth. Flashback. Again.
That's it.
I didn't think you could do it.
That came much closer than it should have. I'll flashback that one. Lord of Pain!
I'll give you the jazz hand.
I do like
rest
it.
of it. Yeah.
I like it.
That was a very good game, you
Yeah.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
It was very fun. And at a certain point, I really wasn't sure what would happen. But it's time.
It's time.
Time.
Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you so much.
If you like the things we do, please consider subscribing to Guild Pack and finding our socials and following them there.
Thank you for watching. Watch more. The end.
Bye!